What is up, fight fans? Boy, did you guys like my last video. So I want to go ahead and do this one. This one is going to be every single detail that we know so far about Esports Boxing Club. I know it seems like the details are scarce and there's not much that's been given out, but trust me, there's a lot of detail that they've given us so far that you may not know about, and they're pretty impactful in my opinion. So let's go ahead and talk about it. This is Edward, and you're watching Boxing Fanatico. All right, so we're going to quickly dive into all of the information. This is going to be literally everything we know so far. This is me compiling everything that they've mentioned on their Twitter, or anything that they've announced, any interviews, press releases. So this is everything compiled into one, everything we know so far about Esports Boxing Club. First thing we're going to talk about is the confirmed roster. Now, before I even talk about the roster itself, they did mention that so far they have over 50 professionals in the sport of boxing, which is kind of tricky wording because it does include cutmen and referees and announcers and things like that. But so far, what we have confirmed is Paul Dempsey, Johnny Nelson, which will be the commentary team, Craig Steven, which is the ring announcer, Ryan Rhodes, which is a technical consultant to the boxing game, so he consults them on the creation of the game and what they're doing. Jamie Sheldon and Ian Jumbo Johnson, which are cutmen, Dave Codwell and Ben Davison, which are trainers. And now we go on to the fighters. We have Frank Bruno and Ricky Hatton, Sonny Edwards, Johnny Nelson, who was also in the commentary. He's also one of the fighters. Kid Galahad, Andrew Maloney, Sergio Martinez, Patrick Racole, Enzo Macarinelli, Jason Maloney, Terry Harper, Shannon Courtenay, Sophie Elish, Josh Taylor, and the newest addition that they have is Andres Campos. So they basically have a mixture of people, from the UK, people from Argentina. It's all mixed in there. Decent, nothing spectacular, but it is the best roster confirmation and acquisition that I've seen so far versus all of the other titles that are trying to release at this time. Now that we got that out of the way, let's look at what they're doing in terms of the visuals and gameplay. Now, if you want to know if the visuals are in the hands of the right 3D animation studios, all you got to look at is this game and this game. So they're the lead animation studios for Death Stranding and Hellblade 2, which those graphics that were debuted earlier with the Xbox Series X was amazing. I mean, that looks almost photorealistic, and it's a beautiful thing that they are also working for this game. 1024 is that studio. They are looking to create lifelike characters and environments, and that is not hard to see when they put out trailers like this for Esports Boxing Club, showing just how darn impressive the visuals are going to be. Now, in terms of the gameplay mechanics, the team at Steel City Interactive said that the gameplay mechanics were built using true to life weight to limb ratio and velocity impacts. When they were interviewed, they said that they didn't even work on anything. No visual animations, no character modeling or menus or anything, except for the actual physics and gameplay mechanics for the first 6 months. So for the first 6 months, that's all they worked on, because they're very serious on making this a full-blown boxing simulation and not just, a arcade simulation game. They want this to be a serious game. And with the details that I'm about to give you, you're going to see how deep in this rabbit hole they're taking it in terms of delivering that seriousness when it comes to this game. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the modes that they've confirmed so far. So they've confirmed hardcore mode. Now, hardcore mode is for dedicated gamers who want to experience innovative features that have been overlooked in boxing games of the past. So this is an interesting mode. I don't know what it means. Maybe it's hardcore mode. It means like super uber simulation where it's dang near boring if you're not into the entire mechanics of boxing. Maybe hardcore mode makes you control every single element of the fighter, of the situation, of everything. I don't know what it means, what separates it from normal mode or just fight mode or whatever, but I'm interested to see what they're talking about. I like the fact that they said that it will have innovative features that have been overlooked from boxing games in the past. I definitely like. We want to advance forward. We want to progress the boxing game forward, not backwards. They're also going to have a career mode, which is going to be a role-playing game system. So it's going to be RPG with contracts to accept, which opponents to fight, who joins your team, and the attributes that you're going to place on different parts of your fighter to level up. This is cool because you want to have a system where someone has a reason to get in there, play, and that's not tied to going online and competing. This is just something that's to do on your own, relaxed, sitting in the couch, not feeling the pressures of competition, because competition going to bring a lot of pressure. And with that segue, let's talk about the esports boxing tournament, which is the most important mode in the game, in my opinion. Now, the esports tournaments is basically going to be connected with the British Board of Control, where you can win the Lord Lonsdale Challenge Belt. Also, the WBC and Ring Magazine have been acquired as well, so they're part of this game, and they're adding an elevated element of professionalism to this game. Why? Because in an unprecedented move, this game will be fully endorsed by boxing governing bodies. So you will be able to win an official licensed e-belt. So let me say that again. Boxing governing bodies will fully endorse this game and claim the match to be officially licensed within the governing bodies. So the belt that you win will be acknowledged by boxing governing bodies. This is incredibly high level simulation. Just to put that into context, with this added information is that you will have you compete to see who will be the number one contender for the belt. And when you fight for the championship, which can be the EWBC title, or you can fight to be the Ultimate Ring Champion. So those are two different things, and we're going to have to get more details on why those two things are different, but those are two different things. But when you fight for the EWBC belt, it will be promoted through the WBC, your fight, and will be an undercard to the undercards of major fights. So first of all, the WBC belt is the linear belt in boxing. It's the most prestigious belt. So that it's the green belt that's been held by people like Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather Jr., George Foreman. It's the linear title. So these sanctioned fights, you might get like Lomachenko versus someone. He'll have an undercard, but before his undercard comes, the simulation boxing fight will happen between two of the best fighters in the game, and they're fighting for the title, and you're watching it. So number one, the pressure is going to be on, and number two, it's incredibly high level. Like no other esports competition even has the ability to have something as unique as this. And I think the reason that Esports Boxing Club got all of these acquisitions is because of the situation that we're in now. I think the boxing governing bodies realize that they need to dip their toes into esports in the event that something crazy happens and they're just not allowed and they just can't fund or have fights happen because of COVID, for example. So this is why they're doing it. But who wins in the end? Gamers, because now you have a true high level competitive element where you're on a big stage. You're on this huge stage where boxing fans are going to be able to watch you fight, or not if they don't want to, but you're going to be televised for that title fight. That's insane to me, and beautiful all at the same time. They said that this will be the deepest combat-based game that exists when they release, which is a big statement. And even on their website itself, they said that this will be the ultimate boxing experience. Game-changing concepts have been introduced to bring you a world-leading boxing simulation. Designed from the ground up, Esports Boxing Club will feature a world of one-punch knockouts, a real gym network, corner management, tactics, and realism. So they're going all out for this game. They don't want you to look at this game as just a regular old game that you can hop online and maybe you rank up in the leaderboards, maybe you don't, maybe you have some friends come over. They want you to have those things if that's what you're looking for, but they want you to have the high level competitiveness that comes with just the uniqueness of this esports tournament. I mean, this has never been done before, nothing to this scale. So I'm just super impressed with how far they're truly trying to take this game and how much of a simulation they want this game to actually be, because that's all we care about. True to life simulation and boxing mechanics. And then all of this is the sugar on top that makes it a perfect game on paper. Now, we have to see what the game is going to be like when it comes out, but this is everything that I've always wanted in a boxing game in terms of in terms of the details that they've given us so far. Hopefully more details come out soon. So you want to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit a like on this video so we can get this traction going. I want people to want this game, to talk about this game. I want people to know about this game. That's the most important thing. So hit like, share this video if you can, so people know just how much content is in this game so far, how much detail they're putting in this game. And as soon as they drop any more information, anything major, you guys will be the first to know, because I'm gonna go ahead and drop another video giving you that information. So that's it. That's everything we know so far about Esports Boxing Club. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Smash that like button, and I'll see you next time.